We are gonna film another Ship With Me video today, and when I say we, I mean you, me, and this guy right here. This guy wanted to join, wanted to be a part of the fun. So together we are gonna ship out like 10 to 11 items across, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different platforms, so stay tuned. When it's all over, who's gonna be in your court? Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park. I am a part-time reseller on a variety of reselling platforms, and in today's video, like I said, we are going to be shipping across 4 of those platforms that I sell on, and hopefully this answers any questions that you may have regarding how to ship on any of these given platforms. But if you're already an expert in shipping, then we just get to hang out, which is really fun and exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull some stuff, and before I do that, why don't you go ahead and just hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed already. Like, what's stopping you? So we're just gonna go ahead and fast forward through this section because I don't think anyone really wants to watch me struggle with the bins the way that I do, but I have explained my inventory system and process in many videos, so I won't go too in depth in this video. If you're interested in my inventory system, I will link a video right here, and I actually plan on doing an updated video once I finish kind of outfitting this space. A lot of my stuff is still in the spare bedroom in our basement, but I essentially put every individual clothing piece inside of a gallon-sized Ziploc bag that has a SKU number on it, and when that item sells, I will reuse that bag and therefore also reuse the SKU. And so that's what I'm looking at when I look at my little notebook. I'm looking at the SKU that I need to pull, and each bin has about 25 SKUs in that bin. So it's pretty easy for me to find items. There was one instance in today's video where I went to pull an item and realized that it had already sold. There was something else in that SKU bag, and so I had to let the buyer know, I'm so sorry, but this already sold somewhere else. I don't really know what happened. I am getting so much better about making sure that I'm not selling duplicates, but I just missed it on this occasion. So that is my explanation of how I store my inventory and what it is that I'm doing right now. Now that we've pulled everything from the bins, some of which was kind of a struggle, as you saw, but now that we've pulled everything, we're gonna go ahead and ship everything out to the buyers. You may have noticed in the pulling of the items that I'm wearing a robe. As you know, I often like to film these Ship With Me videos in my pajamas. This is a little bit more refined, and that's because a brand called Ulivari reached out to me to see if I would be interested in trying out any of their robes and pajama sets. I was like, yes! Because I love a good like loungewear type of piece. Anything where I can just wear something and be comfortable, I am here for it. And so this is the short kimono robe in garden blue. I believe the pattern is like crane or something, and it's gorgeous. Like, I opened the package and I was just like, no! It was so beautiful. I actually like needed to wash my hands before I felt like I could touch the fabric. Even though it's not silk, it's polyester and spandex blend, but it just looked so nice that I was like, I cannot touch this product with my dirty hands from having just eaten Portillo's. Like, I had washed my hands after eating, I just felt like I needed another wash. That's how beautiful this was. If you are interested in possibly purchasing a piece from Ulivari yourself, I do have a promo code that they very graciously offer to me to pass some savings onto you guys. You can save 20% by using my coupon code, which is Becky23. And if you do check it out, let me know, tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see you in your pieces. I opted for a robe because I am really friggin' short, and the pajama sets, the pants seemed like the inseam would just be way too long, and so I went with a robe. I don't really have like nice, luxurious, beautiful robes to begin with, so I thought that this would be a really great addition to what I don't have. So that's why I'm in what I'm wearing. I'm still in the PJs that I like to film my Ship With Me videos, and just a bit more elevated. So let's get into what actually sold. I did do some things off camera. I did pull some things from like my hard good bins without you guys watching, and I did write my thank you cards on all of my cards because I know that that eats up a lot of time sometimes when we are filming these together. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with some of the hard good items that I need to get shipped out. All right, so the first item that I'm gonna be shipping out is this hat. It sold on eBay. Someone sent me a $10 offer. I was more than happy to accept that. You can't see it, I'll show you, but right here next to me I have this like big shelf, and on the shelf I have an even smaller shelf with like 3 little drawers, and in here is where I keep things like my plastic bags that I use to protect my items a little bit more while in transit. I do have all of my shipping supplies linked down in the description below. They are Amazon affiliate links. You do not have to use them, but if you want to, it's a small way to support me. But I just go ahead and stick it in the bag. And, you know, people are weird about hats, and I get it. Like, some hats are worth a ton. Oftentimes, people will ship out hats in boxes, and I actually do have the perfect box for this, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. I went to go grab my box. But the reason why they do that is because they want to protect the shape of the hat. And I totally get it. You don't want to purchase a hat that you saw online looking really good only to get it in the mail just kind of being smushed because someone sent it in a regular schmegular poly mailer. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in this box. I'm just trying to get my old USPS label off of the box because if you don't, USPS has a little heart attack because there are too many, what are these called? What are these? Barcodes. There's too many barcodes. So I think that this will go in here very nicely, and then I'm just going to tape it up very nicely. And then I will be able to get this sent on its merry way. So this was going out to someone named Kevin. Kevin! Always reminds me of Home Alone when I hear that name. I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the box. I don't know why I closed it to begin with. We are going to close it up with some tape and weigh it. There is the tape that I'm using. I'm going to tape it up a couple more times just so that the hat is nice and secure. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and weigh this, and I'm going to do all of my eBay packages. I believe I have 3. I'm going to do them in bulk and then print all the labels out at once. So I don't have a label for this yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and write Kevin's name on the front so that when I do print the labels out, I know which label to put on this. But this bad boy weighs, it's like that ASMR stuff that people like, I don't know. It weighs 6.7 ounces. By the way, if you are wondering what I'm using to weigh my packages, I'm using, ooh, I'm just pushing buttons. I'm using this Accutech shipping scale. I do have this linked down in the description below as well. I like it because it's both battery and outlet plug powered. I don't know what it's called. So when I am photographing and I need to weigh items as I'm photographing, I will bring my scale over to my photographing station, and I don't have to like unplug it and, you know, deal with that mess. But then when I'm shipping, I can just go ahead and leave it plugged in so I'm not eating up the battery. I don't know, is it eating up the battery because the batteries are in there? I don't know. But anyway, I do love this little shipping scale. I do think it's basically a necessity if you're reselling on platforms like eBay and Mercari. But I know that this is going out to Kevin. I'm going to write down that it weighs 7 ounces, although it's a little bit less, but we're going to say 7. And then I'll show you one more thing regarding that hat that I think will be helpful. So that sold for $10. My profit on it, I don't know, it's probably going to be around like $5 or something. I think I got it from a reseller for like $1. So I wanted to show you that another box you could use, because it turns into a nice square box, is this priority mail box. However, because I'm shipping on eBay, if I were to ship it out priority mail, it would be more expensive than, you know, finding a used box that I already have in my possession and just repurposing it. However, if I were shipping that via Poshmark or something and it didn't matter the packaging, I would probably just go ahead and use one of these. These fold into a perfect little square, and I think it's really great presentation for something like a hat. You know, you can just put it in its little plastic bag and then you can stick it in here. It's really nicely protected. It's not going to get smushed down. The shape of the hat isn't going to be compromised, and you can order these for free on the USPS site. So this is what I would use if I were not shipping first class on eBay. And let's see what the name of this is. It's box number 4. Is that a thing? Box number 4, ID 7x7x6. So if you sell a lot of baseball hats, this might be a really good box to stock up on. I don't sell a lot of hats, so I actually have a lot of these boxes and not a lot of use for them. Okay, here's my last hard good, which that hat isn't really a hard good, but you know what I mean. So this is so weird. This is called the Yanovate Waist Trimmer. It's basically like this huge band, and you like put it around your waist and it's supposed to trim it down. How? I don't know. Magic? So I got this in an Amazon box from like a wholesale company, and it was just like Amazon returns essentially, all hard goods. I I'm so bad at hard goods, you guys, so it was kind of a stretch for me. It forced me to try new things, including this. Someone actually got this on eBay, and let's see, they paid $11.99 for it, which was my full asking price. I'm gonna stand and make a profit around like $9 or something, so let's figure out how to get this shipped out. I do believe I have it going out first class, so we just need to find... Oh, I have a lot of poly mailers actually, or like padded mailers that I can use that I'm gonna just recycle. Let me show you. So what a beautiful full circle moment, because this is actually the padded mailer that the Ulivari brand used to send me this robe. And I'm just gonna stick this right in there. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the, what is it called? I'm going to take off the old label the best that I can because they do not want competing barcodes. So I'm going to try to get that off. And honestly, I could just also stick the new label right on top. I think I got it off enough. So now all I have to do is stick this bad boy in here. It is really nice to reuse products whenever you can, especially stuff like this. And this can get used over and over and over again. So hopefully whoever gets this, you know, if they ever have to send anything out, they'll just go ahead and use this. But this is going out to Chris, I had said. There is Chris's card. I'm gonna weigh this so that I know how much I need to pay for shipping. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and weigh this. And this weighs 13.8 ounces, so we're going to go ahead and say 14. I'm going to write 14 on my little paper. I'm going to write the name Chris on here, and I'm going to put this off to the side because I have one more eBay sale before we can go ahead and pay for all of those shipping labels in bulk and print them out. So the last eBay sale, let's go ahead and do that. The last eBay sale is this Tea by Talbot's piece. Let me open it up and show it to you. It's just like a nice little half zip pullover. It's in a size extra small, and it is one of those pieces that has like UPF 50 plus protection in it. It's so funny, I went to the pool yesterday with my friend. She belongs to a country club. I do not. I actually did look into it, but it made absolutely no sense because my husband and I, neither of us play golf. So like, why do we need to belong to a country club? It would literally just be for the use of their pool, and the amount that it was going to cost per year did not justify, you know, us going to the pool every day. But my kids and I were at the pool with them yesterday at her country club with her kids as well. And we were kind of talking about how we could tell that we're getting older because we care about our skin more. Like before it was you would just lay out, you wouldn't worry about putting on sunblock, like we wouldn't wear, you know, sunscreen on our face every day. And now it's like sunscreen and hats and clothes with UPF 50. You know, it's just, it's a very different mindset than when we were young. And this is my PSA to you right now, all of you youngins, young blood, young whippersnappers. Wow, I sound like I am 800 years old. You should start caring about your skin right now. Wear your sunscreen, drink lots of water, do not lay out and melt in the sun on a daily basis. Skin is the largest organ on your body. Take care of it. So that's my PSA for the day, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this in an eBay poly mailer, which I happen to have in my little plastic 3-drawer thingy that I just showed you. So this item, it's sold on eBay for $23, which is not bad actually. That is an offer that someone sent to me. I think I probably had this listed kind of high for like $35, I want to say. And this is going out to Lane. And something that I had talked about before, but I'm really trying to get better at for real, is pricing differently on eBay than I do on Poshmark. The shopping culture on eBay is just different than it is on Poshmark. Yes, people will send offers on eBay, but there's also a lot more people just buying items at the given price if it's a good fair price, because people on eBay don't really have time or want to play the game of like going back and forth with offers, whereas on Poshmark, that I would argue is kind of the culture. People like to send offers. They're okay with waiting a little bit if they have to. That's just not the case on eBay. If you have things priced well on eBay, they're more likely to sell at your full asking price. So I just need to get in the habit of pricing things well and more according to comps than pricing high the way that I do on Poshmark and waiting for someone to send me the kind of offer that I'm looking for. That's just not the kind of thing that really happens on eBay. So I have all of my items for eBay packaged up and ready to go. All I have to do is go into the bulk shipping tool on eBay and put in how much everything weighs. So this that I just shipped with you, let's see, this was the Tea by Talbot's piece. This weighed 9 ounces. And the hat ended up weighing 7 ounces because I did put it in a box. And then the waist thingy, the waist trimmer, ended up weighing 14 ounces. So those 3 items combined are going to cost $15.63 to ship. Fine. So I'm going to confirm and pay, and then I'm going to go ahead and get those labels printed, and they're just going to all print out one after the other, which is really nice and easy. So here are actually all of my labels for today that I need to get through as far as everything that I have to ship out. So let's go ahead and put the eBay labels on, and then we'll throw them in the box that I'm going to use to ship these items out in. And I am actually going to have to go to the post office today. We moved not too long ago, as many of you know, and at my old house, the postman used to come like really late in the day, usually around like 5 or 6, sometimes later, and so I really could just like do my shipping whenever and then put it outside and they'd be able to pick it up. However, this mail carrier comes at our new house at like 10 o'clock, and so if I don't have a package pickup set up the night before, the chances of me getting my shipping done early enough the next morning is pretty slim to none. So I'll just go to the post office, which is totally fine. I feel like I have packages anyway that I need to pick up that are in my P.O. box. All right, so next up is a sale from Kidizen. Would you believe it that I actually sold something on there? So this is a really cute like corduroy skirt. It's like button up all the way up the front, and it's from the brand Uniqlo. This sold on Kidizen for $18. So what I need to do right now is I need to get it packaged up and weigh it, and then I have to purchase a shipping label through Kidizen. On Kidizen I do offer free shipping just because people say that's like the culture of Kidizen. Yes, people do price their items and kind of force you to pay for shipping, but I feel like, one, it's like harder to list that way, and then two, you know, people just say you don't make as many sales. I barely make sales there to begin with, so it's not like it would make a huge difference, but I just kind of, you know, decided to play their games and offer free shipping. So I'm going to weigh this and see how much shipping is going to cost. I'm going to use this cute little, look at this. I'm going to use this cute little poly mailer. This is actually from a company called BECKYPARK Co. I did a ship with me video about a few weeks ago now, and they had sent me a bunch of shipping supplies to unbox so I could show you what it looks like, and this was one of them. I thought they were so cute. I do have a coupon code that you can use. It's Poshing10, and that allows you to save 10% on your purchase with BECKYPARK Co. So if you needed some cute shipping supplies, I think that's a really great place to go. But let's see, this sold to, what is your name? This sold to Tori, and I don't actually think I wrote a thank you card for Tori, so I'm gonna do that really fast. All right, thank you card is done. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this inside of the bag and see what size shipping label I need to purchase. Let's see, that weighs 9.6 ounces. We're going to say 10 ounces. And so when I go to purchase my shipping label on Kidizen, they have it kind of in tiers. I'm going to have to get a medium-sized label, which is for anything 12 ounces and under. That's going to cost me $5.85. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase the label. And then it's just kind of like weird and annoying because once you purchase it, they email it to you. So you have to go to your email. It always takes a little bit of time for the email to hit, so I gotta wait for the email. Okay, there it is. So there's my shipping label. So it is going through USPS Ground Advantage. Let me go ahead and get this printed. And then this is just like an added like precaution thing that I do to help poly mailers stay intact. I will take the shipping label, and I'm going to try to like cover the person's name, but I will go ahead and slap it on so that it covers both the flap of the poly mailer and the base of the poly mailer itself. So let me show you poly mailer. Let me show you what I mean. Again, I'm going to try to cover all like pertinent information, but you can see how like it's on both the flap and the bottom. I just like to think that it prevents any bad things from happening to the bag while it's in transit. I don't know. All right, let's keep shipping. This is a pair of Torrid jeans, I believe. They're black, they're skinny jeans. They're like pretty heavily distressed. These sold on Poshmark, and my profit on these, without like considering the cost of goods, because I don't have that information right in front of me, but my profit on these is $15.20, which probably means I made like, I don't know, $11 to $12 on these. You know, some people swear by Torrid jeans. I have a hard time moving them. I don't know about you guys. And I feel like when I do move them, they move more in that like $15 to $20 range than they do anything higher. So maybe I'm just doing something wrong. I don't know. And plus I know these are skinny jeans, which are not as popular of a style right now. And that may be part of what's attributing to its lower selling price. But I don't know. I've not been impressed with the sell-through rate or even just the amount that Torrid jeans are going for recently. Now, because this is Poshmark and I can use whatever USPS shipping supplies that I want. Okay, not like whatever, but for the most part, whatever shipping supplies I want. Just not Express and things like that. But I'm going to go ahead and use this Tyvek envelope from USPS. This is going out to Elizabeth. And so I'm going to find the shipping label for Elizabeth, stick it on the bag. I don't know why. I always feel like I have an easier time with the USPS Tyvek envelopes if I put the shipping label on first. Otherwise, depending on what you have inside of it, sometimes the shape of the bag is a little wonky and it's hard to get the shipping label on there nicely. I'm going to stick the item in, and then I'm going to go ahead and find the card for Elizabeth and stick it in the bag. And then I'm going to just use the nice little pull tab here, fold it over, and this baby is ready to go. All right, next up we have a Mercari sale, and then it'll be just Poshmark sales after that. These I literally just listed maybe a day or two ago. This is a pair of shorts by the brand Miss Me. Miss Me is super, super overpriced in my thrift stores. However, I'm actually doing kind of a consignment deal with a coworker of mine. I don't have a lot of experience with it, so I'll let you know how it goes. I don't know if it's like the smartest person to be doing consignment with, in the fact that like the items are not necessarily super high end. So the question always is it worth it? Is it worth my time to do consignment? So I think we're going to figure it out. I think we're going to see how to make it worth everyone's time. And that's like the only reason I even considered doing consignment with her, is because again and again, she just kept saying to me, I want to make sure that it's worth your time. I want to make sure that you get a lot out of it. Otherwise, let's not, you know? So I think because she had that attitude, and it wasn't like she's trying to squeeze every nickel and dime out of me, but she really wanted to make sure that we could both benefit from us working together in this way. That's why I'm willing to try it out. But it was a lot of like Miss Me, a lot of Big Star, those kinds of denim brands. You know, in the shoes, there were even like a pair of Rothy's, but there were also some brands that I'm like, I think I'm just going to take these to Plato's and see what happens. And she was very upfront with me about like, you can do whatever you want with items that you don't want to list. You can donate them. You can take them to Plato's, whatever. She's like, I just need these items out of my house. So I have a lot of items that I'm probably just going to take to, you know, our local thrift store. I have items that I'm going to try to consign. And then I do have some items that I'm going to just take to Plato's, see if I can get $1 or $2 for them. But she just wanted them out of her life. So happy to help. There was a stain on these, and I did make sure to take pictures of the stain and disclose the stain, but they're pretty cool for Miss Me. I mean, Miss Me is not necessarily my jam, but I can see why this got so much attention in the short amount of time that it did. It's got like all the typical bedazzlement that you expect to see on a pair of Miss Me jeans, but it also has these like pockets that hang out from the hem, and they're in like a red plaid, so that's kind of fun. So yeah, these sold very quickly on Mercari for $28. I had these listed for $35, and I very quickly got offers for like $25 on Poshmark, and just a lot of interest overall. But I didn't take the $25 on Poshmark because Poshmark's fees are so high. When I got the $28 offer on Mercari, I was like, that we can do, because one, the fees are not quite as high on Mercari, and two, you know, it was a little bit higher of an offer. And like I said, I think I got that sale within 2 days of this being listed. This is going out USPS ground through the shipping label that I purchased through Mercari. I was trying to figure out where my cute little poly mailers from Giaro Patco are. They're right here. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this in one of these bad boys as well. I shared this in the original unboxing video in that ship with me regarding these poly mailers. One thing I really like about them too is they're just really strong. Like, they don't rip as you're putting clothes in. I don't know, they're very, very strong. So, eeshk. Okay, let's slap the label on. This is going to Kelly, and that's gonna go in my Panera bag. Okay, like I said, all Poshmark sales from here on out. This is the kind of thing that I hate selling. And someone asked me once, they're like, why do you hate selling men's button-up shirts? I hate them because, and part of this is on me, right? Like, it takes me kind of a while from the time I get something in the door, whether it's something that I sourced or whether it's something that I got from another reseller. It takes me a long time to actually get that item listed because I have a huge backlog of inventory. And so oftentimes these kinds of button-down shirts or button-up shirts, not only are they usually pretty wrinkled to begin with, they only get more wrinkled by the time I get around to listing it. And that means I need to figure out a way to get those wrinkles out because they look hideous. You know what I mean? Like, wrinkles on button-down shirts, just, they do not look good. I feel like it'd be really hard to sell a button-down shirt if you took pictures of it with all those wrinkles. And so then I have to take the time to like steam or iron the shirt, and it takes so long to get wrinkles out of button-down shirts when you are steaming them, which is typically what I do to get wrinkles out is I steam. There are just wrinkles everywhere, and you have to get into like every nook and cranny. There's like the collar, there's like the sleeves. I don't know, like that's the biggest reason. And then I feel like the payoff isn't worth the amount of time that you spent getting those wrinkles out. So again, part of that is on me in terms of just not being able to get things out in a timely manner. If I can just like get things listed faster, that might eliminate some of, you know, how wrinkles get formed in the first place, but I'm not there yet. So that is the problem at hand. This is going out to Macy. So I have Macy's thank you card. Oh, that's 2 thank you cards. Macy only needs 1. All right, so that's going to go in this box. I'm going to show you the box that I'm using here in a second. I love using these boxes when I am shipping with Poshmark because a lot of like clothing items fit very nicely in these boxes. Okay, I'm struggling right now because I'm trying to like put this little piece in here and it did not want to go in until I showed you what I was doing. So these boxes come just like flat, and again, this is something that you can get from the USPS website for free. They come like this in bundles of like 10 or however many you order, but then you just put them together so nicely, so easily. It's such an amazing invention that they created over there. So you just take off all those little stickers and then voila, you've got this beautiful box that you can now ship out to whomever. So we said that that was going out to Macy. Let me find her shipping label, and we'll get this to its new home. Sometimes I like to look at the cities that items are going to. This is going to Cottonwood Heights. What a beautiful name. Okay, next up, this is a piece by J. Crew Collection. J. Crew Collection just retails for a ton, like so much money. So naturally, its resale value is nothing. It's like people don't care that the retail value is high. They just see J. Crew and they're like,
I would like that for $8, please.
I don't know about you. I have a hard time selling J. Crew Collection pieces for that much more than regular J. Crew or even J. Crew Factory. Unless it's something really, really unique, made of really, really nice materials, which this is not. I mean, this is a really cool piece. Ooh, there's a strand of my hair on it somewhere. But yeah, I think this is a beautiful piece. Like, look at how shimmery and metallic, and that's so good. If you wore this to a party and there were just like lights and stuff, and then it's got this really fun, beautiful bow on the back, I think it's a really great piece, and I'm willing to bet that it cost so much money. If you were to buy it retail, resale value, they don't care. It doesn't matter when I go to list it online that it says the little word collection. People are like, I don't want to pay you that much more for it, so don't try to price it accordingly. So this actually sold, let's see, I think this sold for $25 on Poshmark, and I was happy with that. So I made a $20 profit minus the amount that I paid for it. And if you want like all those numbers for real, definitely make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit the notification bell, because I do a what sold video with me once a week, and all of these items will show up in that what sold video as well. And I will kind of break down the numbers a little bit more as far as like where I got the item and how much I paid for it, what my actual profit is after you know, factor in things like discounted shipping and all that kind of stuff. I don't really get into all of that here in these ship with me videos because I don't do these very often. All right, so this is going in a different make your own box from USPS. This is like a little bit smaller of a version. Same idea, same convenience, but a little bit more cuteness factor. Look how little and cute this is. So I just got to get the shipping label on that. That is going out to Sarah. So we'll get that shipping label on the box and in the bag. Okay, this piece is a little bit ridiculous. So I got this from a reseller who didn't want to resell clothes anymore. There were some really nice pieces in like the 10 boxes of clothes that she sent me. There were also a lot of pieces like this that were kind of like, meh, whatever. This is by the brand Denim 24/7. I have never heard of this. I don't know where it's from. And I'm not going to open it up for you because it's already folded so nicely, and I just don't want to do it again. But it's kind of this like brocade moto zip jacket. Yeah, but this actually did end up selling probably for like $12 or $15, something like that. My profit on it before you factor in my cost of goods was $7.03. And so once you factor in my cost of goods, which I believe was like $2, I made like a $5 profit on this. Also, the bag that I was trying to stick that in was not big enough. So I do have like these larger bags as well, and I have these linked down in the description below too. So I just have plastic bags of all different sizes to accommodate for items that are all different sizes. I also have like really huge bags. They're called like jumbo bags. Yeah, they're jumbo size, but I have these. These are 2.5 gallons. This is just from the Dollar Tree. Although we all know things don't just cost $1 there anymore. They're like $1.25. And you only get 5 bags. So really that comes out to 25 cents a bag, which is kind of a lot. So I use those very sparingly, but that's for like really big items like jackets, like those big puffer jackets, or really big boots or something like that. Those are the only bags that I have in my possession right now that will fit anything that big. Okay, look how nice that looks. So this is something that sold through Poshmark. I actually have a different kind of box that I'm going to go ahead and put this in. This is the regional rate box A. So on Poshmark you can actually use regional boxes as well too. Like I said earlier, I think the only kinds of boxes that you cannot use are the express mail boxes. There might be another one too. I don't remember off the top of my head though. But like regional, priority mail, flat rate, you can use all of those boxes, which is really nice. So this is a little bit bigger, which is why I'm using a little bit bigger of a box. That's going to go right there. This is going out to Amanda. And I'm going to close this box up, put the label on it, and we are done. Just in time for me to take my daughter to gymnastics. So, uh-oh. Who's that going out to? Who's Rita? Uh-oh. Wait, we might have one more, guys. Oh, we have one more. Why did I say that we're done? Okay, hold on. This is the last one. This is a cute little Aviva skirt, which is the Lululemon children's brand, like the girls line. That's what the logo looks like. Unfortunately, they don't make this brand anymore. Like, they no longer have like new items being produced, and so what is out there is all that is left of this brand. So it can actually do pretty well. This got a ton of attention, but did take at least a month to sell, and it sold for $29, which is like better than I do on a lot of regular Lululemon pieces. You know what I'm saying? That was something that I actually got at a thrift store for my daughter, just for her to be able to wear it one day, and she was like, nah, I'm good. Like, that's not my thing, it's not my style. So I went ahead and listed it, and that worked out because instead of her wearing it, I was able to sell it to someone else who would wear it. So, you know, it all works out. That, my friends, is for real the last package of the day, and all we have to do is stick a label on it, throw it in the bag, and then we just take the bag to the post office, and these items will be on their merry way. So that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed this style of video, if you enjoyed, you know, shipping with me, please go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below that you'd like to see more of these, and let me know what you're doing today. I'm hoping to film another video later and get it edited and up for you guys to enjoy very soon here in the near future. And I also have to do regular things like list and do all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what I actually get done, but that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!